Hey, I'd like to take just a couple minutes and talk to you about an I&E course, implementing Azure Workloads and Security. I'm going to start out talking a little bit about myself. I'm not going to take much of your time on that. My name is Tracy Wallace. I've been teaching Microsoft products for over 25 years. I've been teaching Azure really pretty much since it came out in the 2010-2011 timeframe. I've been working with these and building solutions with these. My background is more on the developer side, but certainly been doing a bit of infrastructure as well. All right, so I'll be the person that you're going to see during the course, for better or for worse. But what matters is what's in the course. So let's take a look at that. All right, and before we take a look at that though, I do want to take a look at the prerequisites. All right, this course is an architecture course, so it's really one of the higher level requirements. It actually aligns to a Microsoft Expert certification, the Azure Architect Expert certification. All right, and so coming into this, there are some things that are assumed. It is assumed that you've got the Azure fundamentals and things like, okay, what is Azure? What are Azure resources? How do they work together? How do I use the tools to work with Azure? It's also useful to have some understanding of Azure Active Directory, the identity and authentication service that is provided by Azure. If you use, for example, Office 365, you have at least used Azure AD. It's used in a number, or at least with or in a number of products, cloud-based services that are out there. And you really hopefully have some virtual networking concepts. If you've done any kind of virtualization on premises, that's going to have virtual networking. And honestly, even if it hasn't been virtual, if you're working with actual physical networks, that's going to give you what you need. But the basic networking concepts are going to be useful as we go through the topics. Let's take a quick look at the topics and what's going to be part of this class, what's in this class. Okay, so what are our topics we're going to cover? And there's actually a fair range of them. We're going to talk about managing Azure Active Directory. What are some of the tools that we have, some of the more advanced tools that we have within Azure for protecting and managing our identities. We'll also look at hybrid identities. How do we integrate with on-premises Active Directory and get that directory information synchronized and get the login experience integrated between our on-premises Active Directory and Azure AD. Okay. We're also going to take a look at multi-factor authentication. How do we go about authenticating folks as they come in to log into an application using Azure AD, and how do we add that extra layer of multi-factor authentication? Okay, we're going to talk about role-based access control, right? Absolutely central to the way that you are protecting Azure itself. All right, well, how do we use that? How do we extend that? How do we customize it? Okay. We're also going to take a look at serverless computing. What are the options in Azure to really abstract away not just the physical component, but also the hosting component for our workloads, so we can really just look at implementing our workloads themselves. Okay? And then we'll look at load balancing. What are the options for load balancing our applications within the Azure environment? Right? And both at a infrastructure level and really even at a platform level as well. Okay? And finally, we're going to take a look at how we can integrate our on-premises network activity with our Azure Azure networking activity. Right? And so that's really what we're covering here. Just want to take a couple moments. First of all, thank you for watching this. I hope that if you're interested, that you come on over to I&E and take a look at taking this course. And I do want to say that this course aligns to a Microsoft certification, but the idea, and this is really one of the things I love about working with I&E, is that our concept is that we are experts at making you an expert. So I want to give you the information you need to be an expert beyond just taking an exam, that, by the way, should also definitely help you along your way to take an exam. So again, thank you for watching this. Hope you'll catch this over at I&E.